Hi, this is Meg Allen, coming at you from the historic Wirt Hotel, right here in downtown Jackson Hole, Wyoming. And inside the Wirt Hotel is the famous Silver Dollar Bar. It's one of the best watering holes in town and the birthplace of hill climb racing. And I'm with the mayor of Jackson, Mayor Mark Barron. Hi, Mark.
Meg, it's a pleasure to welcome you back to Jackson, Wyoming. And to all your viewers, welcome to the granddaddy of all hill climbs. This is the 34th Annual World Championship Hill Climb, and we're glad to have you back.
Welcome to the 34th running of the World Championship Snowmobile Hill Climb from beautiful Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Top racers are here from all over the world to compete for the coveted title of King of Kings. Past greats like Kirk Hibbard, along with Todd Tupper, Mark Thompson, Captain Kirk Williamson, Kyle Tapio, and the reigning King of Kings, Keith Curtis, are all ready to pin the throttle and take on Snow King Mountain. This is not a race for the meek. It takes guts, skill, luck, and a good sled to make it over the top. And when the racers lose control, it means almost certain disaster. Parts fly as they crash down the mountain into the catch net below. Even the spectators face challenges here in Jackson. X Games gold medalist Chris Brandt loses control of his turbo-powered sled as it veers off course directly into the crowd of spectators at the top of the mountain. The action is a little closer than they expected as they scatter trying to escape Chris's mod sled. This is the most extreme snowmobile event in the world, combining international racing greats and a world-class challenging course. So get ready for high-octane action as we bring you the World Championship of Hill Climb Racing.
The course is ready for 4 days of racing. The racers' adrenaline is flowing before they go to the starting line. We'll be watching the most powerful mountain sleds in the world. Many are specifically modified to boost horsepower and to give top performance at these elevations. The mod class sleds are equipped with pipes, turbos, and NOS. The racers and their pit crews have worked for months to have them running perfectly for this race. The next 3 days are qualifying rounds. Hundreds of racers are invited to compete here this year, but less than 1/4 of them will qualify and move ahead into the Sunday finals.
We're here with Mark Thompson from Providence, Utah. He qualified #1 in ProMaster stock. And Mark, tell us a little about the course today.
You know, it's you're always a little bit nervous. You come to Jackson, it's where all the pressure's on. You got to be on your game, and somehow I put one together today. I don't know how I done it, but come back off the hill, and somebody told me it was the fast time. I said, man, it just didn't feel that good, but you never know.
We're here with Dolan Phelps, number 169. Dolan was the #1 qualifier in 700 improved. Are you going to make any changes to your sleds to go to the top of the hill?
I don't think so. My Polaris is running perfect, and I'm really happy with it, and we're just going to let it rip.
We're here with number 128, Tyler Crocker from Polson, Montana. Tyler, you were #1 qualifier today. How do you feel about that?
I feel really good. this tough hill today.
This event is known by motorsports enthusiasts worldwide. Starting Line Products has sponsored Misao Kikuchi of Japan's top hill climb racer to compete. And stay tuned, we'll be right back with Saturday qualifying.
When seconds count, you need the fastest tracking avalanche beacon on the market today. The Tracker DTS Avalanche Beacon. From the leader in snow safety products, Backcountry Access. The BCA Tracker gives you ease of use when you need it most. To learn more, visit our website at backcountryaccess.com.
Welcome back to the World Championship of Hill Climb Racing from beautiful Jackson Hole, Wyoming. We're ready for Saturday qualifying. There's going to be a lot of horsepower on the mountain today because today is the qualifying day for the big modified snowmobiles. These are the muscle machines of the sport and utilize all the latest technology, front and rear suspensions, nitrous, turbos, and even aftermarket skis and vents that are all designed to give top performance and keep the sled as lightweight as possible. The racers are completing their last-minute adjustment, and it looks like we're ready for the race to begin. Today is a spectator favorite. Charlie Lopeman from Cora, Wyoming is going to start things off for us. Charlie knows the hill. He's raced here for many years and is having a good qualifying run.
Hello everyone, I'm Brad Story here at the top of Snow King in Jackson Hole, Wyoming for the 34th Annual Snowmobile Hill Climb Championship. It's a nice wintry day, enough snow to make things interesting, and some of the world's best hill climb snowmobilers to provide the action.
This is Glenn Gillis.
This is Blake Allen. We're right here at the first catwalk. Trenches are deep and rutted out. The racers are having a hard time getting through this area, Glenn.
They come flying up over the first catwalk, packing a lot of speed, and they have to make this hard right-hand turn, and it's like they hit a solid wall of snow.
Glenn, you know this is a ski hill, and those moguls have been pounded into very hard-packed snow. When those racers hit that, they're off camber, and it's very technical. I also want to point out that right here in this area, there's about 60 or 70 inches of snow. Glenn, what are you thinking? What's it going to take?
The racers have got to figure out a new strategy or a new line to get through this big hole and up this wall of snow, or they're all going to be marked at the same spot today.
Steve Martin, number 12, is up next, and he's trying a different line, and it works. It's a Saturday qualifying, and Steve realizes it's not about speed today. It's about getting the highest mark on the mountain, getting qualified for Sunday finals.
Steve's looking good as he's heading for the third catwalk.
700 mod qualifying, new high mark.
I'm here with Steve Martin, who just qualified in 700 mod. And Steve, tell me about that big hole that you got passed up on the hill today.
Yeah, everyone before me was having trouble there, so I knew I had to switch up my line a little bit. So I just went around to the right of it, and then I actually jumped back over it. And once I was past there, it was pretty smooth sailing, and then I kind of got in trouble by the third, but it's good enough to put me in, and I'm glad to be in. I won it last year, and I'd like to do the same this year.
Good, man. Well, hopefully you can defend your title, and best of luck on Sunday.
Next up, 700 mod qualifying. Big Air Chris Barant. He's got that Turbo Arctic Cat digging in as he's going through the trenchy area. Good speed as he heads up the face. He realizes he has to have a high mark equal to or higher than Steve Martin. And he's spitting snow and rocks everywhere as he comes over the top of the third catwalk with his skis in the air. And they'll mark him right there. New high mark.
I'm here with Chris Barant, and Chris, how was the hill today?
Hill's gnarly. Typical Jackson, just big holes, slippery, steep, rocks. If there was some trees in there, I think I'd do a little better, but
And how's qualifying going so far for you?
Qualifying went pretty good for me, except my first class, I actually am the first person to miss the first gate, I think. So that kind of was a bummer, but qualified in 7 mod and got 8 mod, open mod, and looking forward to tomorrow.
Well, congratulations on qualifying, bud, and we wish you the best of luck.
Up next in the 800 mod qualifying, Brett Rasmussen. We have the helmet cam on Brett so you can see just how chewed up, gnarly, rocky this course is. And no one has made it over the top in this class yet today. Brett's headed up that snow wall over catwalk number 2. You can see on the helmet cam, Brett's keeping the nose of his sled up in the air as he's dodging the rocks and getting thrown around. Brett's working that cat as he leans to the uphill side of the course, trying not to get sucked into that deep trench. Brett's a very technical rider, and he's been to the top of this mountain in years past. And he knows how to work his way up through these nasty areas. Brett's picking his way as he makes it over the 3rd catwalk and headed for the top. He's showing his riding skills as he sets the standard for this class.
Okay, I'm here at the top of the hill with Brett Rasmussen. Do you know me? I'm Brad Story.
Hi, Brad.
Nice run, Brett. For an old guy, you were looking really good coming up there.
Hey, I appreciate the compliment. You know, I think I was more nervous this run than I have been in the last 10 years.
Does that have anything to do with the camera on your head?
I don't know if it's camera or just old or what it is, but I made it to the top, so that's just awesome.
You know, the cool thing, I know it's just qualifying, and you got another class to run, and then you got Sunday to run too now, hopefully. But your old buddy, I got to keep giving Chris Brand a bad time. He's got 2 more runs to make it up. He hasn't made it up yet. He's got a rodeo override last time. Can't you go give him a few tips?
Are you telling me Chris hasn't been up here yet?
Not yet today. He's got a couple more though.
So, Chris, you just need to pay attention. It's not that bad, buddy.
No, it's not that bad. But when you've had as many times at it as Brett has up this mountain, it helps to have the experience.
Yeah, you know, it's a great hill. It's always a huge challenge. I've been running this hill for probably 20 years now, and I just keep coming back because the hill itself is the challenge.
What about the sled you're riding now? Looks like a pretty good setup.
This sled is a Boondockers RTR. It stands for Ready to Ride. It's got the pump gas turbo M8. It started life as an M8. It's got the 91 octane turbo on it, and it's just a lot of fun to ride. It's my backcountry sled.
Today it was a hill climber, and a good one at that.
Thanks, Brad.
Big Air, Chris Brand on the mountain. This time it's with his open mod sled. He wants to follow the same line as he did on his last run, but the trenches have gotten even deeper and more rock showing. Chris decides to ride high on the right side and cross over the trench. He's off. He's on. He's headed across the mountain right into the crowd.
Total chaos, mayhem. Total chaos, mayhem on the mountain.
Next up, Kirk Williamson. Kirk spitting rocks and snow.
Glenn, Kirk's in trouble, and here he comes. Oh, he did a face plant right into the rocks. Oh, and the sled's headed for the catch net.
Watch out below. Polaris rider number 48, John Wichman from Kenai, Alaska, is on the mount. And John's in trouble at the third catwalk. Mowing down the hill help, out of control.
Glenn, he's trying to ride it to the bottom. Ain't gonna happen. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Brett, the sled's headed your way. Catch net, do your job.
Okay, we're here at the catch net. Catch net. It's responsible for stopping all of the abandoned sleds or the riders that couldn't hang on to them. From going all the way down into the crowd. So a little history here behind the catch net. When the hill climb first started back in the 70s, this net wasn't here. So if a sled got away, it could go clear to the crowd. Of course, maybe there wasn't as big a crowd then, but it will still be a melee if it got there. The lift originally came up more along the side of the trees. So I didn't find the exact date that they moved the lift, but sometime thereafter, where they could attach the net to this pole here and then over to these trees, I believe it was Arlen Gaddis, the president of the Snow Devils, that come up with the idea of putting the net up here. It's not just an ordinary net. It's made out of Navy shipyard strapping, and they've bolted it together so to make the net. It's some pretty thick stuff. A sled's not even going to touch it when it comes down. And we can see in the videos when the sled does come through, it very, very seldom ever misses one. The guy that currently takes care of this is Chan Underwood. He's a local here. I think he has a crane operation of some kind, but he's the guy responsible for maintaining the net, for hooking it up to the trees and making sure all the mechanism works right. So we can thank Chan for keeping the sleds up here on the hill and not down in the crowd. If you look at the hill, it's a real strategic place for the net because it has multiple fall lines that all channel right here into this one gully. So even if a sled gets loose, even close to the net here, it's going to fall down in here, and just this one width of net will catch the sleds and keep them up here.
Starting Line Products, setting the world's performance standard. Starting Line Products offers high-performance engine kits, hot air elimination kits, high-flow intake kits, pipes, lightweight silencers, and more. For a free catalog, call us at 208-529-0244 or visit our website at www.startinglineproducts.com. Hey, I'm Glenn Gillis along with John Hearn. It's Sunday morning. We're at Jackson Hole, Wyoming, World Championship. John, you've been in charge of this weather. What's going on?
Glenn, we've had all sorts of different types of weather since we got here. The first day of qualifying, we was around 6 below zero. It was snowing the night before. They got anywhere from a foot to a foot and a half of snow. Different conditions. I wanted good weather. We've had sunshiny weather, but right now we're back to snow for the whole day race, and they say 80% chance today on our race day.
And so far we've got about 6 inches of that 80% right here on the ground, and it looks like it's going to keep up. Been a great week so far. We have been qualifying all week. Earlier in the week, we ran our semi-pros. We ran our pro women. This year, Christy Frisbee won the pro women's. Up on the top, great run. Meg was with Christy earlier in the week. Let's go to that cut and see how Christy felt about this.
I am here with the 2009 Women's World Champion, Miss Christy Frisbee. Now, Christy, this was a tough hill this year, and all of the ladies this year made a mark. Will you tell our viewers what it means to mark?
It means that there's gates up the hill. They're numbered from 1 to 13, and the mark is whatever gate you get to, they're going to give you a mark. And the mark could be a, gate 10.5 or whatever. So that's basically how it worked for me. That's how I won, was with a high mark this year.
So you made it the highest up the hill of any of the women.
Yes, I did.
Now, a lot of preparation goes into coming to Jackson. What did you do, Christy, to get here?
I actually rode all winter with my husband, going as fast as we could and as hard as we could, fighting for the front position, he kept saying. So, yeah, we just practiced really hard, and the worst places we could go, we went there, and that's what we were doing.
Fantastic. Congratulations. How does it feel to be the women's world champion?
Awesome. It feels awesome.
Hey, let's go back and start talking about one of the junior classes of last year. David Sharp Jr. on a Skidoo. Started last year's season as a junior, bumped up to semi-pro this year, Glenn, and this kid is riding incredible. He's had faster times than a lot of the pros. And through his qualifying, he qualified in all 3 of his classes. He runs stock, improved stock, and mod. And he come back and he won King for the semi-pro. 16 years old. The first time up this hill through the 4th, all 4 times went over the top. We have many racers up here that are pros that have not made the top of this. For a young man of 16 years old to be 4 for 4 over the top, the kid is incredible. We're going to go to the tape. We're going to look and see what he done in his qualifying runs. David Sharp Jr. will cut away to that.
David, you've had a great day here. Now, this is the first year that you have rode semi-pro. Last year you were a junior?
That's right. Yeah, last year was first year in juniors, and had a great season. Won 6 out of 9 races and was a points championship.
And this year you've taken King of Kings here at Jackson. How does it feel, David?
Oh, it feels awesome. Coming in as the youngest competitor and to win something like this for King of Kings feels great.
That's right. You're 16, aren't you?
Yep.
David, thank you very much, and congratulations.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Good Sunday morning, everyone. We're here at the top of Snow King again, Jackson Hole, Wyoming, 34th Annual Snowmobile Hill Climb Championship. Did I mention it's winter today? We got about 10 inches of new snow here on the hill, which is, I don't remember having this much new snow on the hill in all the time I've been here. It's going to make for a better course, I think, because it's hiding the obstacles. Looks like they've got the gates lined up to where it'll be a fast course. We'll probably see some record times today. So let's get ready for more action.
It's time to begin the finals with the 600 mark class. We have a field of 10 competing today. First up, number 320, Nels Tapio from Battleground, Washington, part of Team Tapio. And Brad, you're right. With all the new snow on the course covering up the rocks and stumps, Nels is able to fly up this mountain with his Turbo Arctic Cat. This is Nels' 4th year competing at the World Finals, and he's always laid down some very impressive times. Nels has got a great run going over the 3rd catwalk, headed for the top. And Nels turns a 103.120 to set the pace for the rest of the riders. Next up, Scott Thompson from Providence, Utah, part of the Skidoo X team. Scott's very smooth as he comes over catwalk 2, headed up the face. He's over catwalk number 3, keeping the Skidoo throttle pinned all the way. Oh, wheelies over that bump of snow, cost him some time. He turns a 106.22, putting him in 2nd place. Cat rider Tony Zollinger, part of Arctic Racing, starts his charge up the Snow King Mountain. Tony's looking good as he climbs over catwalk 2, headed up the face. He's over catwalk number 3, but he's taking a little different line. Missing that big bump of snow that puts Scott in the air, and Tony gets a 103.15, puts him in 2nd place behind Nels Tapio. Next up, cat rider Russ Tapio from Battleground, Washington, younger brother of Team Tapio. You'll probably see a lot more of the Tapio brothers today. They train hard and ride fast, making them very competitive. Russ is flying up the face over catwalk number 3. Skis in the air, not letting off to get a new fast time. 102.61, first place, edging out Brother Nails. Nate Zollinger, Zebros Racing, Logan, Utah. Nate's the only racer left in this class. Russ Tapio's in first place, but never count this man out. Nate's capable of some very fast times as he leans into the corners, working his sled up through the course. He's headed up the face, fast and smooth. And he screams over catwalk number 3. Can he do it? Yes, 1 minute flat, fast time of the day. First place finish, Nate Zollinger.
I'm here at the top of the mountain with Nate Zollinger. Just got the fast time of the day, 600 mod class, right?
Correct.
Nice run, man. I want some of what you ate this morning.
I had honey bunches of oats. They're pretty good, so they're not Wheaties, but they work for me. So, and lots of ice cream. It's my trick.
So, like 10 inches of new snow on the run this morning. Did that make it any more difficult? Was it better?
Yeah, actually down below the first catwalk, I got out of the rut and I was out in the powder and I was like, oh man, this is costing me time. So I just tried to turn it on the upper half and get her straight and let my Arctic Cat do my work.
I think it just covered up all the obstacles so there was no mental game to play with.
Yeah, it did help.
RSFX means two things, durability and performance, and exit shocks are the heart and soul of Zebros Racing. Triple rate springs, external compression adjustment, and a large capacity reservoir. Excellent suspension is the key to success. Unique features come together, triple rate springs, external compression adjustment, and a large capacity reservoir on exit shocks. ProMax A-arms, Pro Series spindles mean durability and performance. Visit our website at zebrosracing.com.
700 improved stock, 18 entries from Friday qualifying, narrows the finals to 6. And here's how they line up. First up, Shad Free from right here in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Shad has been racing this event for 12 years and he knows his way to the top. The weather's changed for the worst with thick snow and fog, making it very difficult for Shad to see the course. He's relying on his experience to get up the face and over the third catwalk. There's that snow bump and it launches Shad and interferes with his run, but he pours it on with an impressive 107 to set the pace for the rest of the racers. Cat racer Wes Keller, reigning improved stock champion, is headed up the face and over the third catwalk. The heavy snow seems to be slowing him down a lot as he turns a 120. Polaris rider Dolan Phelps from Montpelier, Idaho, top qualifier Friday, and Stock King in 2004, has a great line going. And he turns a 113, second place behind Shad Free. Next up, 33-year-old Polaris racer Sandy Sletton from Martindale, Wyoming. The storm's gotten serious and the snow's coming down and the racers are having a hard time seeing as Sandy goes up the face and you can see his headlights coming over the third catwalk, headed for the top. Sletton turns a 114, good enough for third place. 26-year-old cat rider Cody Clausen from Byron, Utah begins his attack up the mountain. The trench from the previous sleds is filled with heavy snow and causes Cody to work hard to keep his skis down as he tries to line up for the top. His cat is groaning as he turns a 122. Not good enough for Cody to get in the money today. 24-year-old Casey Jones from Kalispell, Montana, is the last racer in the class, the only man possible to knock Shad Free out of his first place finish. The sled is laboring and Casey's struggling as he gets in the rock area. The sparks are flying. The first place finish in the 700 improved goes to Shad Free.
I'm up here at the top of the top of the hill climb with Shad Free, sitting on the bubble yesterday. How could it feel any better than that? First place, 700 improved.
I am so happy. I've been doing this for 12 years, and everybody dreams about winning at Jackson, and I finally got it, and I'm so happy. I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of lost for words, and that's rare for me, but
you know, sitting on the bubble, that means you're in the alternate spot. Probably not going to run the next day from qualifying. Something happened with someone else in the class, moved Shad into the class. He pulls off the win. Nice job, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And to all the Snow Devils that put this event on, it's the greatest event on snow, and just thank you so much.
All right. You got another class to run?
I have 800 stock coming up right now here in a little bit, so let's hope we can get that one done too.
See a repeat, huh?
That sounds good.
All right.
I'm ready.
Get after it, Shad.
Thank you.
Now it's time for the 700 mod class. 33 entries had to be divided into 2 heats from Saturday qualifying. Narrows the finals to 12. Polaris racer Trent Backus from Mara, British Columbia, Canada. The snowstorm has socked in hard on the upper part of the mountain. The visibility is near zero. The heavy snow on the course is throwing Trent's sled. It's causing him to lose speed and control. He's in the rock garden, and oh, there goes his sled. And the hill help goes to work, and they dive in to catch his sled. But it takes 8 of them to get it stopped. Great job, guys. Next up, Brooke Beckstrom from Spanish Fork, Utah is in staging, waiting for the signal. The snow's now moved into the staging area in the lower part of the mountain, and the course is a whiteout. Brooke's been racing here at Jackson for many years. He's going to need that experience today. That snow's really coming down. Over the third, headed for the top. Brooke gets a 1-2-0, putting the pressure on the rest of the class. Scott Thompson, Providence, Utah, gets the signal from starter George Trulson. It's time to race. Scott's been up this mountain earlier today in the 600 mod class, and he placed a 5th. But it wasn't snowing like it is now. Scott's packing great speed up the face and over the third catwalk. Nice smooth run with a time of 1:04. Cat rider Nels Tapio, part of Team Tapio, was over the top earlier today in the 600 mod class. Got a 2nd place finish under his belt. He's got that turbo wound up, and he's screaming up the face, over the third catwalk. New first place, 1:02 for Nels Tapio. Polaris racer Brady Roundy from Woodland Hills, Utah. Headed up the face, and he's struggling a little bit. He's not packing enough speed. He gets into the rocks, and he lays it over right in front of the spectators. Next up, Skidoo racer Steve Martin from Evanston, Wyoming. Steve is the current reigning champion of this 700 mod class from last year. Steve's got a good run going as he's going up the face and over the third catwalk. turns a 1:15, currently third place. Next up, Cat Rider Russ Tapio, part of Team Tapio, just came off that second place finish in the 600 mod class, edging out his brother Nels. Russ is over the first catwalk. The snow's coming down hard and fast. He begins his climb up the face. Russ grabs a handful of throttle and ripping over the top of the third catwalk. On the tail, skis flying. Can he beat out his brother Nels again to take the win? No, 103. This time the win goes to Nels Tapio, 700 mod class. Carl Cycle Sales, your full-service Polaris dealer in Boise, Idaho, home of Hall of Famer Jack Struthers. For a free catalog, go to www.carlcycle.com.
Bucky's Outdoors is your Wyoming Polaris connection. Check us out at www.buckysoutdoors.com.
Tri-City Performance, your Polaris dealer for Utah. 2 locations, Centerville and Springville. TriCityPerformance.net.
Kurt's Polaris, 3 locations under the big sky. Kurt'sPolaris.com.
Now it's time to run the 800 stock class. 38 entries from Friday qualifying narrows the class to 12. Canadian racer Carl Custer from British Columbia, Canada starts his race up Snow King Mountain. And this snowstorm is socked in hard. Carl's working up through that trenchy area. You notice his riding style is a little different as he pilots his Skidoo up the face. Carl's over the third catwalk, headed for the timing lights. He turns a 109, setting the pace in this 800 stock class. Skidoo X-Team racer Kirby Woodard from Camas, Utah. Kirby's been racing here for 5 years and he knows his way to the top. Remember, these are stock sleds, no modifications allowed, just like you buy at your local dealer. Kirby's got a good run going and he's very smooth as he's headed up the face. He's over the third. Headed for the top. New leader, 109.15, 2/10 of a second faster than Custer. Polaris rider Tyler Crockett from Polson, Montana, top qualifier Friday, just came off that second place finish in the 700 stock class. Tyler's got a good run going as he's headed up the pace. Tyler's working that Polaris and he's using a lot of body language and his legs for balance. Oh, and he's standing his sled on its tail through the timing lights, 112. Here comes the sled. Hillhelp's got him. Good enough for third place finish. Next up, Shane Hart. They call him the Flying Hawaiian. But what do we have here? Brian Parker, timing official, sporting his Hawaiian shorts and showing his support for the Flying Hawaiian fan club. Don't let the fun confuse you. Brian's very professional, and he's in charge of all the timing system here at the event, along with his crew of Matt Fralick, Anna Hay, and Jennifer Keach. And Shane's off as he starts his run up Snow King Mountain. It's snowing hard, and Shane's working that Polaris. Looking good as he's going up the face. And he's over the third catwalk. But he's got that sled going everywhere as he's trying to line it up for the top timing lights. Team Polaris racer Keith Curtis from Dillon, Montana. Keith is the reigning stock king and the king of kings from last year. You'll notice that Keith has his own riding style, as he uses those long legs like shock absorbers. He's up the face and he's over the third catwalk. Oh, hitting that snow bump. Pouring it on. This is going to be a very fast time. 104. New leader, Keith Curtis. Cat racer Ty Free from Bozeman, Montana, formerly from right here in Jackson Hole. Ty is part of Free Brothers Racing, and his older brother Shad is racing later in this class. And Ty's got a good run going, and he's very fast and smooth. into second place in this 800 stock class. Cat racer David McClure from Swan Valley, Idaho, just came off that 4th place finish in the 600 improved stock class earlier today. David's working that cat up the face. He comes over the 3rd catwalk. And he turns a 111, moving him into 5th place behind Carl Custer. Cat racer Shad Free from right here in Jackson Hole. Shad starts his climb up Snow King Mountain. Shad was the winner of the 700 improved stock class earlier today. He's leaning into the corners and he's looking good as he starts up the face. He's over the 3rd and oh no, he hits that snow bump, killing his time. 112 for Shad Free. And this year's 800 stock champion goes to Keith Curtis on a Polaris.
Want more action? Catch it all at www.bamfilmproductions.com. More action, highlight films, web videos from the top aftermarket manufacturers, and extreme photos. BAM Film Production is the only full-service film production company in the snow machine industry and is your connection for exciting Western sled racing. So if you want more, visit us at www.bamfilmproductions.com.
Now it's time for the Pro Masters Improved stock, and here's how they line up. First up, David Sharp from Moxie, Washington, part of Sharp Brothers Racing. David just got a 5th in the Pro Masters stock earlier today. Snow King Mountain's getting chewed up and trenchy. That's a real bad spot as David's trying to get his momentum back, trying to keep his skidoo wound up. Working it up the face, skis in the air. He's over the 3rd and he's giving it everything he's got. And he turns a 117, setting the pace in this class. Skidoo X Team leader Mark Thompson from Providence, Utah, top qualifier from Friday. He's already got a 3rd place in Pro Master stock and a 3rd place in 600 stock earlier today. And Mark's the first man ever to go over the top of this mountain on a stock sled. He's into that nasty area and he's lost his momentum in the same place that David Sharp did. But Mark's trying to put together a finish, but the face with all the rocks is just too much. You can see the rock garden has really gotten nasty, and he'll get marked right there. Skidoo X Team racer Tom Roby from Thane, Wyoming. Tom's just coming off that 1st place finish in Pro Masters stock earlier today. And he's looking good as he goes through that trench. And he's working that sled in that trouble area, keeping his momentum up. He's looking good as he lines up for the face. He's packing good speed, and oh no, he hit gate 10 with his right arm on the handlebars and knocked the flag right off the poles. And they'll mark him right there at gate 10. Big disappointment for Tom. He's paid his money. Why not? Let's show everybody that he can go over the top in the class. Team Arctic racer Tony Otterbray from right here in Jackson Hole gets the signal from George Toulson. It's time to race. Tony is the reigning Pro Masters mod champion here from last year, and he knows his way to the top. And he's got a great run going. He's looking good through that trenchy, troubled area, and if he can keep up this pace, he'll win this class. His cat sounds very strong as he's headed up the face. And over the 3rd catwalk, headed to the top. Oh, and he has a small bounce off the snow bump. Tony's having problems. His sled's dying. Oh, and he's just a few feet from the top. What a disappointment for Tony Otterbray. He'll get marked right there. Knowing Tony, he's got to be thinking, get out of my way, boys. I'm going to pack this sled on my back to the finish line. Skidoo X Team racer Brad Sharp is the only man left in this class. Can he knock off Big Brother David out of his first place standing? And he's got a good run going as he's coming over the second catwalk, headed for the Rock Garden. Can he knock Big Brother David out of his first place? The Sharp brothers have been battling all season, trading first place finishes. And he's very fast up the face, skis in the air, tail walking over the third catwalk. He's got those long legs working to keep his sled headed straight up the mountain. Can he beat out his brother David? Yes, 1:11, 6 seconds faster. Now that's making a statement with the win going to Brad Sharp, Sharp Brothers Racing.
Okay, Brad Story here at the top of the mountain again. This time it's with the Sharp Show. Little noise back here. Brad Sharp just won the Pro Masters Improved Stock. Had a little time battle with Big Brother David, Little Brother David.
Big Brother.
One of those brothers.
Big Brother.
Nice job, guys. What are you doing to these Skidoos to keep them going like that?
Just get on and ride. They
on.
run good from these things. Box stock, they're just easiest thing to ride I ever rode. So.
Now this is improved stock. What are you allowed to do here?
Change. You can change carbs, bore your carbs, put pipes on them, do a little porting if you'd like, and change the skis. You can change shocks. And we got the Zollinger shocks on here, and them work excellent. The sled's working perfect. We're having a good day. He got me this morning. I had to get one back on him today. We're even now. we got 2 more classes to go, and I'm just glad to make it over the top every time so far. We're trying to keep up with little junior here, but we ain't done it yet.
Yeah, I heard he's putting on quite a show too.
I'm sure proud of it. That's right.
Well, all that sled put a hell of a rider on it. You guys got her done.
Hey, thank
Nice
you very
job.
much. Good job, man. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Keep going.
Thank you. Good job, man. Good job, Blake.
Hey, I'm Shane Hart, Flying Hawaiian here at the World Championships, promoting the world's best rear suspension, Easy Ride. I'm happy to be working with Easy Ride, who has donated 3 suspensions to benefit the Shriners Hospital. The way the suspension works, you can actually feel the track biting going uphill through the bumps. One of the benefits of the suspension is the twin tube, one-piece, lightweight design. It saves you almost 15 to 30 pounds out of the box. Easy Ride is the choice of champions, and that's why I have an Easy Ride under my sled.
Okay, we're at the top of Snow King. Right here behind me is the timing gates for the course that these guys have been running today. We thought we'd talk just a little bit about the hill, the aspect that these racers look at. If you look down this hill, you can see clear down to the bottom. That's just over 1,400 feet from here. So the climb from the timing lights at the bottom to the timing lights at the top is a vertical rise of just over 1,400 feet. That's quite a bit more in linear feet, probably over 2,000. So it's not an easy ride, it's quite a long race. That's why when they get to the top of here, these guys are winded, wore out, except for the Tapios. They just seem to go on like the Energizer Bunny.
Now it's time for 800 mod, the largest class in the event. 38 entries from Saturday qualifying narrows the finals to 14. First up, Russ Tapio, part of Team Tapio from Battleground, Washington. Russ has already been up this mountain twice today. He's got a second in the 600 mod and a second in the 700 mod. Let's see how he does in this class. The weather's improved, allowing the racers to get a better look at the course. Russ is fast up that face and he's flying over the third catwalk. He wants to win as he gets a 1:04.7 to set the pace in this class. That's a fast time. Polaris racer Jeremy Osler from Bozeman, Montana. They call him the Oz. Jeremy was the Mod King here in 2007. He's capable of some very fast times. Remember, at 7,000 feet, the weather can change in a hurry, and it has. It's snowing again hard. Jeremy gets lined up for the face, fuels up his turbo sled, and he wheelies over the third, heading for the top. 1:04.3, new leader, 1/100th of a second faster than Russ Tapio. Arctic Cat racer David McClure from Swan Valley, Idaho. still snowing. David's getting thrown around in the trench as he starts up the pace. He's everywhere as he comes over the third catwalk. He's rutted out and chewed up. 1 away for David McClure, not fast enough to knock the odds out of first place. Skidoo X-Team racer Scott Thompson from Providence, Utah. Scott just came off that third place finish in the 700 mod class. Let's see how he does here. Scott's leaning into the corners and he's very smooth through that trench area. Oh, little bobble there as he gets lined up for the pace. He wants to make up the time. He pours the fuel to his sled, tail walking, skis flying. Oh, he hits that bump, cost him some time. Time of 1:07, third place, Scott Thompson. Polaris racer Tyson Thomas from Afton, Wyoming. The snow's really coming down. It's making it hard to see. Tyson's working that sled through the trenches, lining up for the face, cracks open the throttle, and oh, he hit that big rock and it killed his momentum. He's trying to keep it together, but here he comes. Hill help Scotty. Kyle Tapio's up next. His brother Nels is talking to Kyle about the course. Nels has already been up there today. Kyle is the oldest brother of Team Tapio and reigning Mod King. Kyle was King of Kings in 2006, 2007. It's snowing, it's foggy, it's a whiteout. Kyle won't let that stop him. Kyle smooth and fast up the face, over the catwalk, headed to the top. 103, new leader, knocks Jeremy Osler out of first place. Cat rider Brett Rasmussen from Preston, Idaho. We put the helmet cam on Brett today so you can see just how chewed up and nasty this course has become today. Brett's working his way up the hill through that trenchy area. Oh, and Brett gets thrown out of the trench and he's headed down the mountain for the catch net. This is rare footage because Brett usually goes over the top, but not today. Brett can see that catch net coming up fast, so he bails off his sled. Doesn't want to get tangled up and smashed when the sled hits the net. Polaris racer Dennis Gurmas from Whitewater, Colorado. He's a past world champion. Mod King 2003, King of Kings 2003. He knows his way to the top. He's looking good and he's packing great speed up the face and to the rock garden. The rocks are everywhere. Oh, he found one. New X-Team racer Vinnie Clark from Belmont, British Columbia, Canada. Mod King 2005, King of Kings 2005, Stock King 2007. Up over the first catwalk, he's looking good. Oh, we found a rock. This year's 800 mod win goes to Kyle Tapio on that cat.
Brad Story again here at the top of Snow King with Kyle Tapio, Sunday afternoon. Probably the toughest class of the whole hill climb. You got anybody in this class could win, in this running order could win this class. But I think there must be something in the water in Washington with you Tapio boys. What's up with that?
Oh, I don't know. It's just A lot of guys wonder if there's mountains over there, but hey, we got big hills and lots of snow.
Looks like we're ready to go with
Tell us about this hill. What's the course like today?
First on the hill.
Snow seems to be holding up real well, but there's some deep trenches, big rocks showing up. Just it gets rough like usual.
That's what I was talking about, the rocks. It just seems like you guys seem to float over those rocks like nothing. And I know it's rough. Your sleds take it up. What's the secret there?
The rocks, there's a little bit of luck involved every time, but it's pretty much a matter of keeping the skis in the air and sneak through them. But they're scary.
A little bit of luck and a lot of skill. Nice job, Kyle.
Thank you.
Tear it up. We'll see you up here again, right?
Okay.
You're watching the Sunday Finals here in beautiful Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I am here with one of the top racing families on the Rimshaw circuit, the Tapio brothers, with Russ, Nels, and Kyle. And as you'll notice, they all wear HMK.
I like their clothing, the coats, pants and whatnot. Everything keeps you dry and warm. There's a wide range of clothing that they offer, and there's something for everyone.
Check out our website at www.hmkusa.com.
Now it's time to run the 1,000 stock class. 30 entries from Friday qualifying narrows the field to 10. First up, Chuck Hogan from Bozeman, Montana. Chuck was the stock king here in 2005. Chuck's got a good run going. And he's making it through that big trench. And he's headed up the face. As he comes over the third catwalk, he's making it look easy. He's flying to the top with a 1:13 to set the pace. Skidoo racer Colton Smith from Paris, Idaho is on the mountain. Oh, he found a rock. Colton gets to do a little bulldogging with his sled today. Reigning stock king and king of kings, Keith Curtis from Dillon, Montana, pulls up to the starting line. He knows how this game is played. Keith is a racer that has natural talent for this sport. He's got one win under his belt in the 800 stock class earlier today. He's riding hard and fast as he's headed up the face. We talked about Keith's unusual riding style earlier and how he uses those long legs as shock absorbers and balance. 112, new leader, putting Chuck into second place. Next up, Sid Archibald, Richmond, Utah. Oh, and he finds a rock. Looks like he broke his suspension. The track's off. That can't be good. Cat rider David McClure from Swan Valley, Idaho. He's got a 4th in the 600 improved stock and a 5th in the 800 mod. Let's see how he does in this class. Banging and dodging rocks as he comes over the third. He's hanging that left leg out for balance, thrown over by that bump, corrects the sled, and he's pouring it on. Fast time, 1:14, third place behind Chuck Hogan. Next up, Skidoo racer Colton Ellingsford from Evanston, Wyoming. Colton's looking a little cautious as he sees that deep trench in front of him and he drives into the trench. He'll help Scotty. Skidoo racer Luke Rainey from Etna, Wyoming. This is Luke's first year racing the pro class, coming out of the semi-pro, where he dominated the semi-pro, winning King of Kings last year. And he's very fast as he heads up the face and over the third catwalk. This kid can ride. 114, fourth place behind David McClure. Team Arctic Cat racer Scott Cheney from Pinedale, Wyoming. And he's looking good as he's coming through that deep trench area that's been eating up all the other racers. And he's working that cat as he lines up for the finish line. Good run for Scott Cheney. Skidoo X-Team racer Jason Crane from Montpelier, Idaho. Jason was the Stock King in 2002, the Improved Stock King 2004, and he knows what it takes to get to the top. Looking good as he heads up the face over the third catwalk. And he pours it on over the snow bump as he climbs straight up the hill to get a 1:15. Fifth place. Nice run for Jason Crane. Polaris racer Tyler Crockett from Polson, Montana, top qualifier in this class on Friday. He had the second place in the 700 stock class earlier today. Oh no, this isn't what Tyler had in mind as he heads down the mountain to the catch net. Tyler's doing a great job not turning his sled loose. And the win goes to Keith Curtis on a Polaris.
I'm here with Val Simmons, and Val and Verlin Simmons have the Flexus ski and the Generation 2 ski. Val, you got incredible skis.
They're awesome. They really work well. It doesn't matter if you're in a deep powder, hard pack, or springtime slush. They pick up, they go, they turn you where you want to turn, they'll float, they'll side hill. My 12-year-old boy loves them because he can side hill like he's never side hilled before. It's just a phenomenal ski.
Val, Nate Zollinger this year set the fastest time on this course with your skis. He loves them because it gives him the control he wants and the bites in the corner that he needs. Flotation absorbs the bumps. He flew.
Simmons skis for incredible stability, flotation, and maneuverability. Simmons skis are in a class of their own. For more about the original Flexus ski and the all-new Gen 2, visit our website at www.flexuski.com.
Now it's time for the open mod. Big horsepower, 29 entries from Saturday qualifying, narrows the field to 10. First up, Nels Tapio from Battleground, Washington, part of Team Tapio. He's got a third in the 600 mod and a first in the 700 mod. Nels is flying up the face and he's over the third. Big air on the snow bump, keeping it pinned. And he turns a 1:17 to set the pace in this class. Polaris racer Cole Wilford from Grand Junction, Colorado is starting up the mountain. And sled's fast and it's got a lot of horsepower. It's snowing, making it hard for Cole to see the course. And he's spinning a wheelie through the trench. Cole's working that sled, trying to get it squared up with the face. The rocks are sticking out everywhere, and Cole can't get any traction as he spits dirt and rocks. And you can see just how nasty and slick the rock garden is. He's lying it down in the trench. Hill helps got the sled. Skidoo X-Team racer David Sharp, Sharp Brothers Racing. He's got a first place in the Pro Masters mod, a second place in the Pro Masters Improved stock. He's over the first, headed for the second. David cuts high to the left side of that rock that's causing problems. Pumping the throttle, gathers up his momentum, and he's heading up the face. He's spinning through the rocks, but he made it over the third. He's wrestling his sled into the line he wants. for the top. 1:16 puts him into first place. Skidoo X Team racer Steve Martin from Evanston, Wyoming. Steve is the reigning 700 mod champion here from last year, and he wants to win this class after placing a 4th in the 700 mod class earlier today. Steve's looking good. He cuts to the right side of the rock in the trench, and he gathers up his momentum. He's in the rock garden and he's spinning out. From this angle, you can see that all the snow's gone, just rocks and dirt. You'll get marked right there. Skidoo X Team racer Rusty Johnson from North Ogden, Utah. Rusty's been racing here for many years and he knows his way to the top. Rusty's capable of some very fast times in this class. He's got his sled running great today. He went through that trench and he made it look easy. Rusty calls on his experience because he knows he needs a lot of speed to get up the face through those rocks. This is going to be a very fast time. Oh no, I don't believe it. Rusty just got thrown out in the course. Let's see what went wrong with Rusty's great run. He's doing good here. Got great speed. Oh, there's a snow bump. You can see how close he is to the finish line. Big disappointment for Rusty Johnson today. Polaris racer Charlie Lopeman from Cora, Wyoming is on the mountain. He's one of those racers that's been to the top several times. In fact, Charlie placed 3rd in this class last year, just seconds off the win. Charlie's got that Polaris running very strong today. Charlie's a big, strong racer. You can see him working that sled up through the rock garden. This is a very fast run. He's over the 3rd and he's headed for the top. .111 new leader moves Charlie into first place. 1:11.50. Polaris racer Curtis Crapo from St. Anthony, Idaho. It's still snowing, making it hard for the racers to see the course. And he's catching some big air off that catwalk. He's through the trench and he's getting set up for the pace as he spins that turbo up. Big horsepower. Bouncing around on those rocks. Oh no, here he comes. And from this angle, you can see that Crapo tried to climb out of the trench onto that new snow for traction. And that's what threw him off balance. Here comes the sled off the rock shelf. And he'll help go to work and dive in. And you see that one guy is trying to jump on the sled and ride it to the bottom. This is a crowd pleaser. You can hear them cheering. This is what they came for. The sled's headed for the catch net. Crapo looks very disappointed as he starts his long walk to the bottom. Team Arctic Cat racer Kyle Tapio. Kyle's the reigning Mod King from last year. Kyle Kyle's already got a first in the 800 improved stock, first in the 800 mod, and a fourth in the 1000 improved stock earlier today. And he wants a repeat and a chance at a king run in this class later. Kyle's very fast, and he's got a lot of horsepower under him with a Boondocker turbo system as he heads up the face and through the rocks. Oh no, Kyle's off. He's on. He's an animal. Can he knock Charlie Lopeman out of that first place finish? Yes, 106, new leader. Skidoo X-Team racer Scott Thompson from Providence, Utah is in the hot pits, and he's scoping out his lines. The racers are allowed to use binoculars from the bottom, but any additional spotting or help from the top is illegal. Remember, this is the last of the individual class competition of the finals, and Scott wants everything just right. This is the big one for all the money as he pulls up to the starting line. Scott's been up this mountain earlier today. He's got a 5th in the 600 mod, a 3rd in the 700 mod, and a 4th in the 800 mod. Scott's had some incredible times here at Jackson in the past. He's looking good through the trench and pins the throttle. And he's headed up the face. Look at him bouncing over those rocks. Skis flying. He's pulling his sled into position, lining up for the top. This is some incredible riding. 109, second place behind Kyle Tapio. Oh, he hits the trees and he flew off the front. I hope Scott's okay. They're checking him out. Only one man left in this open mod class. That's Nate Zollinger, part of Zebros Racing. Nate still has the fastest time of the finals with that 1 minute flat earlier in the day in the 600 mod class. Big brother Ryan, part of Zebros Racing, is there to make sure everything is ready. Starter George Toulson signals Nate, it's time to race. And Nate's here with a long list of credentials. In 1998, he was the King of Kings, 2001, the Mod King, and 2006, Improved Stock King. Nate's looking good as he's leaning into the corners, headed for the trenchy area. As he's coming through, he's paddling with that right leg, using it for balance. Getting himself all squared up, and he's headed up the face, packing a lot of speed. Oh no, he's on his side, same spot Kyle fell into. He's spinning and digging, he's mad, and he's headed for the top. .116, fourth place. This year's Open Mod champion goes to Kyle Tapio on a cat.
Okay, once again, Brad Story here at the top of Snow King. Seems like it's getting to be a habit with the Tapio brothers. That's a good thing, right?
Yep.
Kyle, one more time, another class under your belt. Couldn't see fit to share this one with your little brother or something? Let him have in on some of the glory or what?
Oh, you just give it all you got. And
it's still competition among brothers, right?
Yeah, it is, but it all goes in the same pot.
Okay, so I wanted to know, I asked Kyle earlier what it was. Is it in the water in Washington, or is it something you guys are eating, or what is it that makes you so smooth coming up the hill?
Oh, it takes a lot of time, a lot of testing, practice riding, and just trying a lot of different things. And it's a lot of effort, a lot of wrenching, and just a lot of work goes into it that a lot of people don't realize to get sleds to handle the way they do and to do what you want them to do. And that's what it's about.
You can sure tell you guys do an awesome job setting up your sleds, because they're just flat work, making good times, making it look easy. And I've been on that mountain. I know it's not easy. And you go down there and look at the rocks you have to come through. My hat's off to you. So we also noticed that you've got pretty nice gear here. Who supplies that for you?
Kirk Zach with HMK. He's got excellent gear, takes care of us. Great guy and a great company.
Tell us a little bit about your sleds, Nels.
Well, Arctic Cat's making some excellent sleds. We've rode Arctic Cats for many, many years, and we're really thrilled with how they're running and how things work, and they're making a really great product now.
I can vouch for that. best mountain sled made. Anything else?
Thanks to all our sponsors, Boondockers with excellent turbo systems, Articat, Speedworks for the engine work, and Easy Ride Suspension, Zebros. There's a whole host of sponsors and everybody that helps out and does all their
Al Shimpa, all our families, a lot of people to thank.
Cool.
This is Jared Sessions with Boondocker Performance. Confidence is key, whether you're in the backcountry, racing, no matter what, snowmobiling is a competitive sport. How do you get confidence? Here at Boondocker, we have the product to give you confidence. Whether it's fuel management, nitrous, turbos, we have the product that is reliable, fun, safe, we make your life enjoyable. What gives Team Boondocker racers the edge? Our products do. When a racer can hop on a sled and know he's heading up the deepest, steepest, nastiest terrain and knowing his throttle is going to be there, his response is going to be there, and all he has to do is concentrate on his lines, knowing his sled's going to be there, that's what we instill, is confidence. And that's what gives us the racer's edge. You want proven performance and you want the confidence to be the best and have the best? We here at Jackson Hole Hill Climb, Team Boondocker, took 4 of the top 5 podium finishes in 800 mod. For all your performance needs, contact us at boondockers.com. Don't be left behind.
The individual class competition is over, and it's time to start the King Runs. This is the first place finishers in each class, and they will compete against each other to see who is the stock king for 2009. First up is Chance Buckaloo from Kalispell, Montana. Chance is the winner of the 700 stock class. He's on the starting line, gets the signal, and the racing begins. He's got that cat on his tail, skis flying, working hard. Through the lights, Keith Curtis from Dillon, Montana is the winner of the 1000 stock class. Keith is also the reigning King of Kings. Runs into a problem into the rock garden. Carson Ellingsford from Evanston, Wyoming is the winner of the 600 stock class. He's up the face, through the rock garden, over the 3rd catwalk, through the lights. Tom Roby from Thane, Wyoming, last racer in this stock competition. Tom is the winner of the ProMaster stock class. Tom's headed up the face and he's packing good speed through those rocks. Over the top of the 3rd catwalk. This is a very fast run. 1:14, stock king for 2009, Tom Roby.
Top of Snow King on a beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon after 12 inches of snow with hometown boy Tom Roby. I don't think I heard anybody scream like that at the top of the hill for quite a while.
Yeah, I've been waiting to do that for a long time, I'm telling you. Long time.
King of the stock class for 2009 34th Annual Hill Climb Championship. Nice run.
Thanks, Brad. I really appreciate it. I want to thank the Jackson Hole Snow Devils for putting on another excellent event.
How was the mountain for
the mountains?
Shoot off all day.
It was easy this morning, and then it just when the rocks started coming out, it got tougher and tougher. And I'm just glad my stuff ain't wrecked, and I can put her still back up here on the top.
Nice job, stock sled over the top with that kind of time.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Way to go.
Time to run the improved stock class, and here's the first place winners competing. First up is Kyle Tapio, Battleground, Washington, winner of the 800 improved stock class. Up the face, over the 3rd. Through the lights, good run. Brad Sharp from Moxie, Washington, part of Sharp Brothers Racing. He's the winner of the ProMasters Improved Stock class. Brad starts his climb up Snow King Mountain. He's working that sled up the base. Through the lights. Stock King, Les Keller from Kalispell, Montana. Les is the winner of the 1,000 improved stock class. Les wants a repeat. Hanging out. Flying over the snow bump. Oh, pouring on the fuel. 109, fast time for Les Keller. Chad Free from right here in Jackson, Wyoming, winner of the 700 improved stock class. Chad's packing good speed up the face, over the third. Oh, big air on the snow bump. Just killed his time. Chad's trying to put an ending together. Jeremy Archibald from Richmond, Utah is the winner of the 600 improved stock class. Starter George Toulson gives Jeremy the signal. It's time to start his run. He's a little underpowered with that 600cc sled. Oh, and there's that same bump that killed Chad Free's time. Not fast enough. So the win goes to Les Keller on that cat.
Brad Story here at the top of Snow King again with Les Keller. What did you just do, Les?
I just won the Improved Stock King title.
For how many times?
This is the second year in a row.
Nice job, man. Two things I want to know about. What were you thinking about when you had all this airtime right down here just before the timing light?
I was thinking, wow, I'm really losing some time right now. Hopefully I get to the ground quick.
Nice job there. It's nice and flat. And then when you got up to the top, who was it? Brad Sharp asked you if you followed his line?
Yep.
And then what happened?
He pushed me over.
He was on the ground. Brad wasn't too happy he followed his line and made it faster. That's racing, right?
That is racing.
All right. Nice job. Tell us a little bit about the hill.
The hill this year, it's pretty mean. There's a lot of rocks showing, and they got the course pretty straight, so we can kind of pick our way through it pretty fast and just hammer down.
Didn't seem to slow you down much.
I tried not to.
More run, King of Kings?
Yep.
All right. Tear them up.
All right. Thank you.
Time to run the modified class, big horsepower. Here's the class winners competing. First up is Kyle Tapio. Kyle's got 2 runs if necessary. He was the winner of the 800 and the open mod. And Kyle is the reigning mod king from last year. He wants a repeat. He's got a great run going. 108, the time to try to beat in this class. Next up, Nate Zollinger, winner of the 600 mod class. Nate's time of 1 minute flat still stands as the fastest time of the finals today. He's looking good. Oh, he fell into that deep trench. Something very rare to see with this man. Nate's able to save the sled. Cat Rider Nels Tapio, winner of the 700 mod. He's on his way. Oh no, Nels found a rock right over the front. Hope he's okay. David Sharp, winner of the Pro Masters mod. He's made it through that nasty trench area that eat up Nate and Nels. Dodging rocks as he pours on the fuel. Did he beat Kyle's time? No! But he had a great run. And this year's Mod King goes to Kyle Tapio.
Okay, we're here at the top of Snow King once again with Kyle Tapio, this time for Mod King of the Hill, 34th annual, 2009. We talked a lot about you just recently. Tell us now, who gets you here?
My dad. He's with us at every race, driving the truck out, chasing us around, running parts for us and fuel. I want to thank him. It's great to be able to do it as a family.
that's really cool. You can do it as a family, brothers, and your dad for the support. It's great to have the support of a great machine and all your sponsors. So, but it takes a good rider to do it too. Once again, nice job.
We are here at the birthplace of hill climb racing, in the historic Wirt Hotel in the Silver Dollar Bar. Now this is where the initial challenge from the Snow Devils was made to the Pinedale Explorers. And I'm here with Heidi Tobin. She's the president of the Snow Devils. And Heidi, that was 34 years ago, and we're coming up on the 35th anniversary of the World Championship. What have you got planned for next year?
We actually have a lot of exciting things planned for the 35th anniversary, which will be held March 25th to March 28th, 2010, here in Jackson Hole on Snow King Mountain. Hope you can join us. And if you need further information, please go to www.snowdevils.org.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Heidi.
Thank you, Meg.